microphone. Yes, now it's coming. Okay. Hello, everybody. Before I start my presentation, I would like to congratulate TUAD, the Turkish Researchers Association, and USMAR for such a beautiful event. I don't think there are many of my peers here, and so I will take the privilege to talk a little bit about the 80s, when we would dine and wine all day and night, because we were only 8 to 10 people at that time. And now I see that there's a huge audience here. And even there is a quantitative difference. The majority of the people have the same bond and wisdom that we had at that time. I believe that we, as researchers, are one of the communities that managed to survive and thrive to the velocity of change and changing herself at the same phase, even if not faster. Now, it's a time for a quantum leap. I know that we are all sorry of the negative effects of the pandemic, but I also see a greater opportunity. Many of our colleagues in Turkey and in many countries have helped to recover from the pandemic within their communities. Now it's time to take our mission one step ahead and rethink why we are researchers. First of all, to be a researcher, a person has to be intelligent, curious, and care about others. So he or she can transfer insights to their commercial or public clients to develop better products, better services, and better policies for their stakeholders. This is why we as individual researchers and as a research community exist. And I believe we help the world of decision makers to make good decisions, perform better, and build a better world. So basically, this was my purpose many years ago when I dreamed and started to build the project Torch. Of course, it wasn't named Torch at that time. My younger colleagues named it Torch later. It was named Next Step, which was basically a knowledge exchange portal we were developing for this purpose. Those days, developing such a project was enormously tough. The tools were not there. The ones we developed or the ones that we found were extremely difficult to use and expensive. Basically, the world that we were trying to help was not ready for it. Then, after a long time, a team of young people had transformed this project into what it is today. After the first team in 2019 and 20, the second team took over and is carrying the torch this year, even in the pandemic. Purpose, of course, to make it happen, has two drivers, I believe. That is, one, you need people, a group of people who believe in the purpose. And second, you need grit to follow it and make it happen. Now, I would like to introduce you two of our young heroes who works in our company, Strategico, and at the same time, as a social responsibility on their free time, develop the project Torch. And those people, those young heroes, Ulaş and Sıla, have those qualities to make a dream come true. So now I will leave the stage to them to explain you the project Torch.
Torch right now is a project that aims to offer young students right now in Turkey, guidance towards their purpose, which is the theme of this summit today. And I am 22 years old. I was born in 1999. And I think as a project member of Torch, that's one of the main things that differentiate Torch from similar projects. Torch was created by Gen Z for Gen Z. The previous team before us were, again, really young, who have been in the stressful career journey very recently, as well as the team today. I am still in the career journey. And we're basically not a group of people who are in their late 30s, 40s, 50s, who are trying to understand the younger generation in Turkey, who are trying to empathize with the younger generations in Turkey by following the large research made by these large companies with these large data sets. And of course, with all the respect to this research, in a research summit, we are also using these research as well. But these research can only generalize behaviors of younger generations. They can generalize preferences of younger generations. They can try to generalize feelings of younger generations, but it's usually harder to generalize feelings because it's already usually hard to express your feelings. And I know how it feels to be a young student in Turkey. And the other thing that really differentiates Torch from similar projects is that we focus on purpose. And what we mean by that is, usually in career-oriented projects, people look at your CV, they look at your university, and they look at the actions you've taken in the past to understand your motivation about your career. But when you think about Turkey, when you think about the whole country and all those students in Turkey, they usually aren't given a chance in their college life. And after they graduate, they again are not given a chance to work towards their motivation because they don't have any experience during college, because they weren't given a chance to work towards their purpose at that time. And that becomes a whole new cycle, which is really hard to break. And what we do is we try to help them break that cycle by trying to understand their motivation, not looking at their universities or CVs, but looking at their purposes. And we don't do that by making them write a 3-page long statement of purpose essay. We do it methodologically with purpose maps. And now Ulash will explain what a purpose map is.
So yeah, what is purpose map actually? Well, we start with the purpose, the origin of self-knowledge for one, a raison d'être per se. Then come the drivers, the steps that need to be taken in order to realize the purpose, in order for self-fulfillment. Enablers are the elements that will ease the way. They will work hand in hand with the drivers, but more as supporting roles. Of course, life will give you lemons. Nothing will be all chirpy, and there will be some rain and mud along the way for sure. After discovering those barriers, we focus on motivators, those oxygen packs when we feel a little bit dizzy, since no living creature exhibits emotion unless there is a motivation behind the action. All of these then become knitted with meaning, meaning found in this purpose journey. All in all, why bother on something devoid of meaning? We ask these elements one by one, along with some other complementary questions, and provide a system where everyone, and especially those who are at the crossroads in their lives, can clearly see what their future holds as of now.
Before Torch became what it is today, we have made a preliminary research with 140 students and new graduates. We have made face-to-face interviews with these people, and we have learned that 95% of them wanted mentorship, they wanted guidance. And after analyzing these results, we have launched the website www.torch.com, where Torch is now an online smart survey using Qualtrics. And this survey is conditional, it's data-driven, and it's accessible from all around the country. And I think the conditionality nature of this survey is quite important. We have clustered the answers and we have defined a set of purposes. And according to the survey, when you choose a purpose, a set of drivers and barriers come according to that purpose you have chosen. And after that, a set of enablers come accordingly to the driver that the student has chosen. And similarly, a set of motivators come accordingly to the barrier that the student has chosen. So in conclusion, a different purpose map comes to the student's way for each purpose, driver, and barrier combination. At the second phase of Torch, after Torch became a website, we have reached to 200 students from 56 universities from all around the country. And the university departments varied from veterinary to medicine to journalism to management and economics. We had a really diverse set of answers. And we have analyzed these answers extensively, and we have validated, we have worked towards the validation of these results with professors from different universities. And we also have written personalized advisory letters to the students, analyzing their purpose map one by one, trying to offer them a set of suggestions according to about their future steps in their career. And we have worked towards collaborations with different companies to reach a larger amount of people.
After a thorough analysis of all the answers obtained from the second phase, we found out that the most chosen career purpose is creating value, with more than 1/5 of respondents choosing it. When the purpose of creating value itself is analyzed for the meaning found, we see that Gen Z take this journey in order to achieve ideal life standards, to have a fulfilling life, and the legacy behind them. So, either they focus on today and enjoy a good standard of living, or live to the fullest so they have no regrets, so they can say easily, I have done everything I could have, or just be immortal. Though the inspiring insight is even these are not the first time that is mentioned, the meaning Gen Z finds lies through creating value. Everything is not shiny, of course, as they never are in real life. More than half of the respondents think they live a life which is not purposeful enough, and nearly 2/3 of them face difficulties finding meaning in their day-to-day activities, which is why we think, and maybe even more important, we feel that there's a need for guidance for purpose and meaning, and mentorship for the life that lies ahead. What the future holds is limited only by the boundaries of one's imagination, but here's just a tiny plan of what our specific goals are for Torch. We want the system to be AI-driven, since otherwise is unimaginable, I must say. The conditional structure on an individual level of the questionnaire will be the base for machine learning. Data-driven aspect of Torch then enables the system to fully function with AI. After fulfilling the requirement of a huge enough database, we want our system to learn not only vertical, but also the horizontal patterns. Torch will be able to both predict the elements of the purpose map if a specific purpose is chosen, and give meaningful insights about the relations of purpose and drivers, purpose and barriers, drivers and motivators, etc. at the same time. Platforms are doing really well in the 21st century, so why not turn this model into a platform, we thought. We plan to provide a virtual space where guidance-searching young people may find the leading experts in the sector they see their futures, or education consultants and psychologists to assist them with whatever they need, whether it's the purpose itself or anything related. These matchings, of course, will be made through AI alongside drafts of personalized advisories Sıla has just talked about, to be sent immediately after the test is taken. We are definitely not an inward-oriented bunch, so our grand plan is to establish this model worldwide where youth may find cross-cultural mentorship and guidance suited to his or her tastes. Anywhere in the world, or even maybe in Mars.
Okay, before we go to Mars, I think there's a lot we have to do still, but I hope you found Torch interesting. We believe that the students of the post-pandemic era are going to face big challenges, and inequality, digital divide, chances to work or fulfill their purposes are not going to be easy. So we believe they need help. And the education system, unfortunately, is not getting better. I don't think the education system anywhere, especially in Turkey, has adjusted itself, adapted itself to the post-pandemic conditions, even if we were semi-successful in using digital tools to reach the students. Still, the quality is not there, and it's decreasing every year. But we all know at the same time, there's a big war for talent coming. We need better talent for a better world. With our skills and wisdom, can we contribute to such an important issue? Is the question. I believe such a purpose will fulfill us as researchers, which is the true meaning we find in our profession. Before ending, I would like to talk a little bit about what we're going to do in the next step. We will start the survey with one of the biggest retail chain stores in Turkey, plus 50,000 people. And we're going to ask the similar questions we're asking for students to understand if their purpose has changed, has their dreams came true, or are they not happy or fulfilled with their life afterwards. And at the same time, a second study is starting right now to find about the meaningful and purposeful companies together with Fast Company Turkey, Fast Company magazine in Turkey, with a database of 300,000 people who have graduated for school, just graduated from school and looking for jobs. And finally, we are also starting a collaboration with universities, which are 8 million people in Turkey. And so we will reach the university students at the same time to have a larger sample, which we will have, we believe, at the end of this year. So anybody who's interested to contribute, please contact us. And I believe that we can, the world is ready now. It wasn't ready at the beginning, but it's ready now for our help. That is the calling, and you are the chosen ones as researchers. So we believe you can contribute to our project, give us ideas or advice. We will be very thankful. Here are our emails. You can get it also from TUAD. Thank you very much for listening, and have a good life.
Thank you.